There's a version of you that wakes up and doesn't think about food first thing. For years, that was not me. I would wake up and the first thing I would think about was food. What I was going to eat, what I wasn't going to eat, always negotiating. What did I eat yesterday? How do I make up for it today? Trying to even out the scales. I was disciplined in every other part of my life, but I was still losing to food every single week. And it's quiet now, but not because I found willpower, I found discipline. It's because I figured out why it was so loud in the first place. So let me tell you exactly what was going on. For context, I'm a pro athlete and I was doing everything right on paper. I was lifting heavy, I was eating whole foods, I was working out 6 times a week, and I was still losing the food fight. And if discipline was the answer, like everyone said, I was confused because I had discipline. So why was it still so hard? But then, guys, I noticed a pattern. The loudest nights always came after days that I barely ate. I would eat basically nothing for breakfast, tiny breakfast. I would skip lunch, eat a low calorie, high protein lunch, be so proud of myself. Then at 9 p.m., standing in the kitchen, I was a different person, literally just Cookie Monster eating everything in sight. That wasn't willpower failing. That was my body collecting debt from the past days, from the past week that I was restricting. I starved it all day, so it came back to collect that. And then the sugar on top of that was not helping in any aspect with my cravings. I thought I just was addicted to sugar and I just loved it so much and that I just loved sugar. I thought something was wrong with me because why did I love it way more than everyone else? The truth is that sugar is a real chemical hook. It's highly processed, highly addictive. It's not just the food you crave, but it's the dopamine. And I was trying to white knuckle it and that just failed. And I ended up hating myself for losing to this chemical battle in my brain. So what did I do? I tried doing the opposite of everything that I'd been doing before. I stopped trying to eat less and I started trying to eat enough. I front loaded my mornings with real protein, real food. This was also high fiber. I wasn't eating a lot of sugar. I was having savory breakfasts. And then what happened, guys? The nights went quiet. I wasn't craving food throughout the day. There was nothing left to crave because I had already fed my body what it needed. And here's what this whole thing taught me, because this has been a journey that I have been on for years, guys. Being lean was never about eating less and just suffering and willpower. That is the lie. The women who are truly free and who are truly just living in a lean body so effortlessly, they aren't suffering the most. They are fed. When I learned having a high protein breakfast and limiting my sugar, it killed my night cravings better than anything else. And I do not want to demonize sugar. Sugar is not bad to have in moderation, but when you're having it first thing in the morning, that is going to compound. What I learned was a protein heavy breakfast, savory breakfast killed my night cravings better than willpower or discipline ever did. What I also learned is the second I called a food bad, it got louder and restriction made that craving worse. That's why when I was limiting sugar, I was eating enough and I was still allowing myself to eat fruits, but I did have to get rid of that chemical hold before I was able to truly get food freedom. Because you aren't going to out willpower a dopamine, a chemical in your brain. Lean is not the prize that you get for suffering and being disciplined the longest. It's what your body does when food stops being a war. I didn't earn that freedom by being harder on myself. I got it by stopping the fight. So if you want to feel even a piece of that, eat a real high protein, heavy breakfast tomorrow. And I want this to be savory as well. And just notice how much quieter those food cravings are throughout the day and at night when those cravings really hit. If quieting the food noise and having lean be sustainable and effortless for you, if that's something that you truly want, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel because I talk about it every single day.